Once you've felt the depth of a twin flame connection, you can't go back. Oftentimes, this feeling of not being able to go back is something we can sense from the very first meeting with our twin flame. I find that upon meeting, twin flames often have this sense of how profoundly their lives are about to change. And after this first meeting, everything becomes before and after. This moment of meeting becomes a sort of split, a divide in their lives when they look back. They felt and thought and lived a certain way before, and then they met their twin flame, and this earthquake of emotion, energy, connection caused a rift in their lives, in their mindset, that changed them forever. In this video, I'm going to be talking about why twin flames find it difficult to be happy with other people after they have met each other. But first, let me introduce myself. My name is Infinity, and this is Magnetize Yourself, where we talk about life, love, spirituality, and of course, the law of attraction. This question actually comes from one of you beautiful souls out there listening. You know who you are. Thank you so much for asking this question. It is truly such an insightful and interesting question, and one that I'm sure many of you listening can relate to. Have you ever tried to be with someone else after meeting your twin flame? Has your twin flame ever been with someone else after you met? And if so, how did these experiences make you feel? Let me know in the comments below, because as I always say, one of my favorite things about this community we are building through YouTube is engaging with you in conversation in the comments. I am going to go through after recording today and reply to every comment I possibly can. So hopefully I'll be able to reach your comment, but if not, know that I read every one of your words. So why is it that twin flames can't be happy with someone else? The reason is this. Prior to meeting your twin flame, all love connections feel very new, fresh, and exciting to you. The first level of depth, intimacy that you reach with a person, because it's the deepest you've ever gone emotionally with anyone, feels very profound to you. But this is because you don't have the twin flame relationship to compare it to. I want you to imagine this like your other relationships are like wading into the ocean for the first time. You're excited, the ocean is new to you, and even just the depth you feel wading out a little bit into the water feels profound to you. It feels like the ocean is very deep. Maybe you, in some of these relationships, like your soulmate relationships, it may be like even taking a boat out to the ocean. And now the water feels even deeper. The relationship in this metaphor feels even deeper. But you know, there is this part of the ocean that is far deeper, the deepest known point in the ocean, known as the Marianas Trench. And the twin flame relationship is like the Marianas Trench of connections, of relationships. It makes every other relationship look shallow by comparison. Suddenly, those getting to know you conversations and even the first touches of intimacy are met with a numbness, are met with a feeling that there is so much depth there that you can only experience with this one person, that in fact you did experience, that you know intuitively and through these future experiences with other partners that you won't ever be able to experience with anyone else. And that is what causes those other connections that once felt deep to feel shallow. It is the comparison, the inevitable comparison that's taking place in your mind that causes you to perhaps not be as happy with other partners and other relationships. Even those soulmate connections, those people that you truly do connect with in a very deep way. Again, this is like that boat out on the ocean. They may be very deep connections, but they're no Marianas Trench. They're not the deepest point in your ocean. Another reason that twin flames find it difficult to be happy with other people and in other relationships is because those relationships do not challenge them in the way their twin flame does. Now, this may sound strange because if you haven't experienced the twin flame connection, you may feel as if you don't want to be challenged in relationships because the word challenged often has a negative connotation in our society. We think of it as a negative thing, as feeling discomfort, feeling uncomfortable. You may think, if you've never met your twin flame, that you want to be comfortable in relationships. But the thing about the way in which twin flames challenge one another is, yes, although this challenging can be uncomfortable at times, twin flames can trigger one another like no other. But even in this triggering, there is so much potential for expansion. In fact, limitless potential for expansion. Your twin flame knows all the perfect ways to trigger you in order to trigger your awakening, in order to trigger your highest growth. And although it may feel uncomfortable at times, once you taste that expansion, the highs that you experience as you feel your soul beginning to expand into its limitless potential, you will become addicted to that growth, to that expansion, and even to the ways in which your twin flame challenges you. So what happens is, you may find yourself at times, because again, this expansion is very two-sided. It can be the highest of highs as you feel yourself growing into your ultimate potential. But it can also be the lowest of lows as you feel yourself, the darkest, deepest wounds and trauma within yourself being dredged up. Trauma and wounds that perhaps you had never even been aware of for a second until your twin flame comes and points them out to you in order to heal them. But again, these low points, these triggered moments, may cause you to think, to deceive yourself into believing, maybe I just want a soulmate relationship or even a karmic connection. Maybe I just want to feel comfortable. Maybe I just want it to be easy. And sometimes this may lead you to become the runner in your relationship, to separate from your twin flame for a time, even to go to someone else, to run into the arms of what feels safe, what doesn't challenge you. But the reason this won't ever make you happy is because, perhaps without knowing it, but always, your twin flame caused you to become addicted to your own growth and expansion that happened and that was possible in that relationship. So, with this other person you are running to, you will find yourself getting bored in spite of yourself. You may tell yourself that you're happy, that you're comfortable, that it's easy, that you should be content. In fact, that is exactly the kind of sentiment twin flames that run and try to date other people tend to express to themselves. They tend to try to convince themselves that they're happy because this person meets this superficial checklist of things they wanted in a relationship. But beneath the surface, there is the fact that they know intuitively, that they try to shove down as much as they can, the fact that they truly aren't happy and they can't understand why. The reason why is because they aren't growing and expanding in the same way, to the same accelerated level as they are when they are with their twin flame. And this is why they will always be pulled back to that twin flame relationship, because by nature, by design, our souls crave growth. We don't actually crave success as many people believe we do. We don't actually crave a certain amount of income, a certain amount of success, a certain level of anything. What we crave is that constant, perpetual upward momentum, that constant expansion. And that is why we are so irresistibly pulled to one another within the twin flame connection, because twin flames together create an energetic space that allows for that limitless growth and expansion. When you try to date someone else after meeting your twin flame, even if you try to convince yourself you're happy or content, even if you convince yourself your twin flame or that relationship was toxic, or it triggered you too much, or it wasn't worth it, you will always have this nagging feeling. It's also like the feeling people get as twin flames even before they meet in the physical. A strange thing is, twin flames may find it difficult to be happy with other people even before their physical meeting with their twin flame. Because even prior to meeting, they have this intuitive awareness of one another. Again, twin flames are always unbreakably, energetically connected, meaning that even from childhood and in your early adolescence and in your first romantic relationships, you may find yourself perpetually unhappy prior to meeting your twin flame. Because again, even before you see that Marianas Trench of connection, that twin flame connection, as a twin flame, you will have an intuitive awareness that that level of depth exists. You will feel as if that is possible for you, as if there is this person out there for you that will take you to depths of connection that you've never felt. And then once that happens, once your intuition that you always had is validated and you meet this person, you come face to face with them, in a sense, it's all over for you. You will never be able to go back. If there was even a chance you could be happy and content in other relationships before this physical meeting, afterwards you will find it impossible to ever fully feel content within those connections. Again, it's just because of that depth that you experience, that limitless expansion and growth that your soul craves, that maybe you didn't even realize you craved until you met your twin flame. If you'd like to dive deeper into healing your twin flame connection. And when I say healing, I don't mean an external form of healing, because your twin flame is your mere soul. So whatever growth and healing you do in your inner world will reflect within your twin flame connection. Your twin flame will always mirror perfectly the growth you do on the inside. And one of the most profound and effective ways to begin this healing growth process is by tuning inward into that inner world, allowing yourself to clear away negative thoughts, ideas, and beliefs that may be stored within your subconscious mind, preventing you from fully receiving love from your twin flame and fully giving love to your twin flame. Because the thing about this love exchanged between twin flames is it is unconditional. And although unconditional love is a buzzword in society, it isn't taught. It isn't the kind of love that is often programmed into us, into our subconscious mind. In these unconscious parts of the brain, through the ways we are programmed by society, we have blocks that could be considered love blocks that prevent us from harmoniously uniting and experiencing full-blown love and connection with our twin. I have created a 7-chakra twin flame clearing meditation track. This meditation is available in a spoken conscious version as well as an unconscious subliminal version for deep subconscious mind reprogramming. It is also available in ocean waves, meditation music, rain sounds, and white noise, depending on your preference. And you can access this subliminal and the spoken version completely free for 7 days when you sign up for an account on my members-only website, Sound and Soulful. If you'd like to learn more about this meditation and subliminal track, check the pinned comment or the description box of this video for a link. I hope this video was helpful to you and answered any questions you may have, whether you're the one who has been trying to be in a relationship with someone else after meeting your twin flame, or whether your twin flame is the one who is perhaps running into the arms of someone else and you're wondering whether they're happy or can be truly happy with that person. Let me know in the comments if you've ever had any of these experiences trying to be with someone else, either after meeting your twin flame or even before meeting in the physical world. Did you ever have a sense, even within your early romantic relationships, that there was this person out there for you? Thank you so much for listening to this podcast. If I resonated with you, please subscribe to this channel. Join our community of like-minded, conscious, creative beings here on YouTube. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll talk to you again in the next podcast.